Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd take you along with me today. It's actually morning. This is what happens in the morning. Turn on the fire if it's chilly, pet the puppy, turn off the outdoor lights so I don't forget when I leave, and put all of this away while I'm waiting for coffee and breakfast. So with my new kitchen, my dishwasher is right beside the sink, which is super handy when I'm washing the dishes and getting everything ready. But I have an island in the middle, and then the cupboards across I almost said across the road. They're across the way. So what I do is when I'm drying them or taking them out of the dishwasher, I set them into the sections of where they go over there. So I have it separated by plastic on one side, glass on the other. My pots and everything are right beside me. I just needed to dry them. And then everything that's in the pantry is always on this one corner, like my Ninja is on that corner and so forth. So it just is so much easier just to take it as a grouping rather than running back and forth, back and forth. I think either way I'm doing it twice. I don't like to, that whole only touch something once, so you're already holding it. Don't put it down, just put it away. But for me, this seems to work better because no matter what, I'd rather just walk less, I guess. maybe that means I'm lazy. Either way, I'm gonna call it productive and not lazy, and I still gotta get all the stuff out of the dishwasher. Okay, I will be back with something more interesting than dishes. Well, I shouldn't promise that. It seems like I have a bit of a cold. At least it's just a bit of one. I'm gonna give you guys a really quick tour of my cupboards because it's been requested. I apologize if you don't want to see my cupboards because it's about to happen. This is your chance to fast forward if you're not interested. I would encourage you to stay to the end because I'm sure something interesting is gonna happen today. Actually, today is Friday, and Alexander and I have a Christmas party to go to. It is February the 24th, but my work waits until later because then we can actually enjoy each other, not have a million things going on. I mean, as many. We can just enjoy our time actually together and not have to stress. Okay, I better hustle because it's already 7:24 and I need to have lunch made by 7:30, or started at least. Okay, let me show you. You guys are getting a real life view. I still have the stuff that is ready to go into those cabinets, and then there's still a couple things for me to put away. So in these drawers, I just put the washcloths and everything like that because there was room for them. I just put all of these. These are supposed to actually be in the fridge. This works perfect for me, except for I kept going to the back of the drawer and I didn't have any of that putty. So I just shoved a cloth in behind it. And one of you made this for me. This is the best. It's looking a little scraggly now, but that is the best scrubber of all time. And then, this is getting low. I have it in the laundry right now, but this is usually all the cloths that I use for countertops, tea towels, and then when everything's done, it actually fills the space. Oh, this is kind of this has no real, I didn't realize how messy it looked until I looked on here, but all the yellow cloths are for bathrooms, and then these are for mirrors and glass. So I have the extra, what are those called? That. You put it on so your clothes don't get dirty. Oh, you guys, I am tired. I keep thinking housecoat. Apron, there you go. And then all of the eye cleaning stuff fit in there. So dishwasher under here. I haven't cleaned anything, so this is just kind of what it looks like. This is at my house. All of the stuff that I need to clean, of course. I like to keep my stuff in clear containers the most. I like to mix up the plant food, like the, we'll just call it plant food, in this jug. So I use the same jug every time. So Yeah. Is this exactly what you pictured under my sink? And then in this space, I put the rack and the little mat thing under the Lazy Susan. I mean, poor Susan. Who ended up calling it a Lazy Susan? I put the slow cookers in here. I have an extra slow cooker. I also have an Instant Pot. All my jars are under here. And then the juicer's here. So I have a tin that my mom gave me. And then I have some extra vases at the very back and the waffle maker. But yeah, that needs to go in there. But okay, so we just did this side. This side, I have my, you guys have seen this, my Amish butter print. Why can't I think of what anything's called? You guys know what it's called. And then, you know, food, any kind of canned kind of stuff like the jams and stuff. My sister-in-law sent us some cookie butter. And then I have some spices and stuff down here as well. Mostly soup, but the salt and pepper, this actually is pretty good. I like the pink Himalayan salt. This is the Epicure brand, but I just keep refilling it with black peppercorns. But in here, I just have all of these type of tools for the kitchen, these type. And then I have all my wooden ones and my whisk in here. All my little bamboo cutlery I shoved in there too. My pans, I have a little lid holder for this side. These ones don't obviously fit in there, so I just shove them in there. Works just fine. And then my pots are in the very bottom. I kind of have it separated by, these are kind of my more inexpensive pots. They're there. And these are more of my higher quality anyways pots. They're heavier bottom. And then because it fit, the ricer. This one is my spices. This is actually really handy. I love this thing. I prefer to put my spices though in jars. This is so handy. I don't have a lot in jars, but I do prefer it. Okay, I showed you that. Stove. Over on this side, I have kind of my extra cookbooks, the extra mugs. Steven and his girlfriend actually did this painting as a collaboration, and then her mom made it into mugs for them for Christmas. So that's why there's two of them. My set is up here. And then all things tea are up here. Yep. All the things for a cup of tea, which is why the kettle's here. Underneath my microwave, the microwave for us is down low. I put all of these sheets, pans, and everything are underneath the microwave, and my baking dishes. This is the silverware drawer. It's getting kind of full. And then this is all things lunch for the kids. Okay, you guys, almost there. It seems ridiculous now that I'm going through it. You know what's funny is that I have so much more space in this house than my other house, but it's the same dishes. Like, I don't know how I crammed everything into that other space. I have Alexander's grandma's set of dishes up there, the rest of my set, and then the mugs are on this side, and then our plates. I have adjacent wine glasses and wine glass stainers. Our glasses, most of them are clear. I do have some that are vintage, and then I found out the hard way that those could not go in the dishwasher, and so there's a white cup in here somewhere that accidentally washed all the flowers off, which was disappointing. Our bowls, and then we have extra bowls here. These ones are from Costco. I don't know how I feel about them. They're a little in your face, but they are a nice deep bowl, so they got to stay. All the stuff that accumulates on the shelf. Here I have all things glass for our bowls and stuff, and then all the plastic things are on this side. It's cold today. I thought it was gonna be nice today. I mean, it looks nice. We have blue sky, but it's minus 38, I think it said, with the wind chill Celsius. So pretty much that's almost minus 38 Fahrenheit as well. Because minus 40 is where we even out. Minus 40 and minus 40 is even. But I have literally, so I don't really notice the temperature because I don't have to be outside today. I have to get in my car, which is in the garage, And then I walk, what do I have, like 10 steps, maybe 15 to get into my my classroom. So whoopity-doo. And I mean, I come out, and yesterday I started my car for 5 minutes, went back in, made sure all the lights were turned off, and came back out. And my car ran obviously better than driving an ice cube. I'm not here for very long. I only teach my classes from 9 till 11. I prep a lot of stuff at home. Also, I am all for doing future Melissa stuff, which means that if I have something to prep, I'm going to prep double, at least a quarter more, because then future Melissa next year, when I do this unit, I'm going to have everything done for me already. So I try to do that as much as possible. Also, anything that I can laminate and use for the next year, I try to think about what I can use over and over again, so that I mean, the beginning was awful. I'd be up in like till 2 a.m. trying to get stuff ready for my class. Now there's some units where I don't have to prep anything, like very minimal. I'll just have to bring out supplies because I already have everything done, ready. I know what I need, and I just have to bring out the materials for us to do it. And I love that. It's that whole, somebody in the very beginning, my first 3 years were probably the hardest. I think that's kind of how it goes. And somebody said, work smarter, not harder. And I really took that advice to heart. A lot of times when I wanted to do some kind of a unit, or what, I have my car on. I don't need to waste gas. But a lot of times if there was something that I really wanted to teach and I was going to make this resource up, there was almost always someone that had already done it and I could just print it out. Almost always. So try to remember that. If there's any way that you can work smarter rather than harder, I mean, sometimes working harder is just that. It's not like you accomplished more. You just wasted your time. So yeah, today we are doing a dental unit, and this is our second day with my threes. This is their only day of doing it. Yesterday we did our first little bit. Not 100% sure. Oh no, I forgot. I'm hoping that there's some ice cube trays here. There's also a hall attached to my classroom. Well, to the building that my classroom's in, I should say. So sometimes in the kitchen, I was going to use, why did I leave myself a reminder? I was going to use ice cube trays this morning and color it full of spots of dry erase marker. And those would be upside down. Those ice cube trays would be teeth. See where I'm going with this? And I was going to color little green and whatever colored dots all over them as the sugar bugs. And then you roll the dice, and that's how many sugar bugs you scrub off with your toothbrush. So, yep, forgot the ice cube trays. It was going so smooth. I made the kids lunch. Oh man, you guys, you want to make some people mad? Do tell them that you still make your kids lunch when they're older. I love it. What? If it bugs you, I really love making their lunches. They are fully capable of doing it themselves, but we have our kids for such a short amount of time, and I don't think they are so appreciative that I even make them their lunch. They're more than happy to make their own lunches. But I like knowing that there's something that I made them for their day at school that's full of love. So today I made them chicken Caesar salad sandwiches. It's just chicken lunch meat, chicken deli meat, whatever you call it. Some Caesar dressing and lettuce and some mustard on a sandwich, but I called it chicken Caesar salad. So there's that. I mean, and then I had a whole bunch of strawberries that needed to be used up. So they got strawberries, some cheese, and we had some Costco cookies. So I threw that in there. So I think that'll be good for them, hopefully. Yep. Okay, I need to go in and set my room up. I can feel it's already getting cool in here. I mean, it is almost minus 40. So there's that. This vehicle is really good at keeping the heat in. Like when I go to pick up Abigail, I bring a book with me and I turn my vehicle off because I don't want to, first off, have a nice little ozone hole above my vehicle. But also I don't want to waste gas because, it's expensive. And plus, why would just waste something for the sake of wasting it? It was like 20 or 30 minutes before I had to heat my vehicle up enough to just turn it back off again. And yesterday was freezing cold too. Today's almost -40, and tomorrow's like -12, I think, Celsius with the wind chills. So a lot of people would think that that's cold, but not when you live here. You know what the thing is that you just dress for the weather. Firstly, of course, that makes sense. You dress in layers. You make sure that you have extra boots and everything in your car. So if you did stall or anything, you are not stuck in -40 in your runners. And the other thing is that if you're outside doing something, that initial, when you're first outside, it's cold for anybody. I don't care if you live here, if you live in the tropics, it's cold. But if you're working and you're outside and you're dressed properly, you get overheated. I mean, a lot of people were saying on Alexander's video, if you don't know who Alexander is, that's my husband, and we have a second channel called Curiosity Inc. That's his channel. Oh, yeah, he was cleaning out a storage locker, and they're like, how could you clean it out? It's too cold. I felt for you. When you're not dressed properly, though, it's just miserable. Of course, you're freezing. Your hands hurt, your ears hurt. But when you're dressed properly, I'm wearing oh my goodness. I knew not to put foundation on yesterday. It rubbed all over my white coat. You guys, do not buy a white coat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Your future self will be so thankful that you listened to this tip for the day. I wanted a white coat so bad. I've never had one. What land do I live in where I thought a preschool teacher should have a white coat, or somebody that ever wears foundation? I'm not wearing any today. I wanted to give my skin a break. I got like a little spot happening on my chin, and I thought, well, that's enough reason for me to just put on my I'm still wearing sunscreen even though it's almost -40. Okay, enough blabbing. I need to go to work. Okay, so I didn't have any egg curtains at work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a tooth, which it's not going very smoothly, but it doesn't really matter. It just needs something on the page. I'm going to shove it into a page protector, one of these kind of folder things, and then I can just use this, and they can scrub it off with a toothbrush. So, yep. Oh, truly a thing of beauty. If you end up having young children at home, like my class, this is for my 3s, but my 4s do it as well. You can do that with just about anything. You could have, I'll have a picture of a dog with no spots, and we'll roll a dice, and that's how many spots they have to make with Play-Doh. That's a good one because you're using your fine motor skills, you're strengthening your hand muscles, you're doing one-to-one for math. You can see that you have 5 dots on the die, and that's what you end up needing to put on the dog. But this one's pretty easy for them. The nice thing about the dice, especially with the 3-year-olds, is that they can count the dots, and then they can count. They don't have to look at a number. Where with my 4s, I would have something like, say the numbers drawn on the dog or something like that, or the tooth. I'm probably going to do this for the 4s as well, where they're just going to see the dice, and then that's how many they're going to wipe off. Even just the counting and realizing, yep, I need 6 of these, and then rubbing off 6 of them. Yeah, or you can do the opposite as well, like when you're adding the spots to the dog. I made that so complicated. In my sensory bin, I ended up just doing colorful pom-poms. These tweezer things, they're great for how big they are. They're actually, I couldn't even hold it. They're hard to grip. It's okay if you know to hold farther down, but trying to grab a pom-pom through your camera, that's the hardest. But I just added some egg cartons in here, and them trying to transfer just the pom-poms to the egg carton. That's so good for fine motor. And then I added some little letters, and they were trying to find their letters for their names in here. The only thing is that these are all capitals. For my class, I try to teach them lowercase. I don't know why this is so controversial. As long as they're reading in the end, I don't mean in preschool, but as long as, I think we're fine. But I like to teach them lowercase first because they can read so much faster. Because when you're looking at a book, most of the letters that you're looking at are in lowercase. You only have capitals in the beginning of sentences as well as names. You know when the capitals come in. So we look at both, but I'm most focused on teaching them the lowercase. We learn both, but lowercase is where it's at. I say that, and my alphabet at the back is all uppercase. Yep. Oh, I should have filmed the other way. Chewy ran like crazy. It looks beautiful outside. It is actually cold. It's actually cold. Let me show you what's happening out there. Look at how beautiful it looks. So you can see my lights in there. It is cold. Oh, I better let the dog in. Poor puppy. Poor puppy. Whew. I just got home from work. I don't know why there's still lights on. It's like minus 36 outside Celsius. It's gonna warm up. Today's the last of the cold days for a while, I think. So thank goodness, because I think I've had about enough of this. It's been 3 days. I feel like, I think I'm gonna make it. Before I forget, now that I'm home, yesterday when I checked the mail, I got a package from Ana Luisa. For those of you that have been with me for a little bit, you may know that I work with them from time to time, and they sent me some new jewelry. Actually, the piece that I'm wearing today, this is one of my new ones that I just got sent. I really like this one a lot. It has like a little moon, and it looks like a mother of pearl. I like that. This is the shortest length, but then you have an extender on the back. So I think it's like almost 2 inches difference. I think it is 2 inches different. And hold on. I've already peeked in here because it had little protective plastic on it. But look at this one. It's so pretty. I really like it a lot. And this one, I've never had a chain like this. I took it off and tried it on already. I love this so much because you can layer it. Also, it's still delicate enough to wear. I might wear this tonight. I think I told you guys we're going out for our Christmas party. And they all came in these little pouches, which I've mentioned so many times. I like Ana Luisa, not only because, I really actually like their jewelry a lot. I would never recommend something that I don't either personally wear, that I personally like. I'm not going to be that person that ever tells you that I like something when I don't. I promise you that. These pieces are amazing. I really like them a lot, but it's not even just that. Because I have been working with them for a while, my pieces that are over 2 years old are still like brand new. And I am not the most gentle human being on my jewelry by any means. So not only do they still look like new, they're still current pieces like that you can still wear. And I don't know, I get so many compliments on them. A big one for me is that I don't end up getting any kind of skin irritation. And I just really was ranking that on my neck. I have a metal allergy and these ones don't react to me at all. So there's that. Because they are working with me, they did send me a code so that if you are looking for a gift for either yourself or a loved one, you could just buy it, but why not get a discount? Oh, I wrote it down. Look at me getting ahead of things. So if you go to analuisa.com, and I will have a link right here, but also just in the description, like immediately underneath, I'll put a clickable link because it's going to be a lot of me spelling and mistakes could be made. They would be made with me, but it's analuisa.com/OD-Melissa Archbold. Once you're there, if you do pick some items, and actually they have quite a few things right now, it's really hard for me to pick what I would like, which is good. At least it's not 3 pieces that I love. I like that there's so many things that are beautiful that I had trouble selecting which 3 would be amazing. If you decide to get yourself a gift or somebody else a gift, make sure to put in Melissa Archbold 20 and it'll save you 20%. That helps a lot. So you could get something for somebody else and yourself, a gift for both. There are a lot. At least take a look and see for yourself. There's some statement pieces as well as more delicate pieces, but I'll let you guys go and check it out yourself. I personally really like them a lot. And this is one of my new favorites. I really like it a lot. So, and this was the, I believe it's MEI. If I'm wrong, I'll put it here, but it's the my necklace, MEI necklace. But yeah, I'll put everything that you need to know down below because you know me, I've already got myself distracted. Now for some lunch. And I unfortunately am that person that looks at a full fridge and like, oh, there's nothing to eat. Oh, that's why meal planning is important. Did I meal plan this week? No, I didn't. My pantry needs to be organized as well, but I'm not going to get distracted because I need to find something to eat. Hold on, I'll show you my options. First off, this is what's happening right now. I'm going to have to go through this because there's no way that all that bread is current. So there's nuts, there's crackers. These are all in the wrong spot. But there is bread. I could have a sandwich. Noodles, I don't really feel like noodles. Peanut butter, there is peanut butter. There are some grapes and some, oh, darn it, I just dropped some lettuce. I might have some of this, the Thai chili mango salad. I got these it comes in a 2-pack at Costco. I think I might have some of those and maybe some veggies as well. I'll have some veggies. And I'm also gonna have maybe a piece of cheese as well as some nuts with that, just to make sure that I'm full. I used to be vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian anymore, but I do still like vegetable-centered meals. I really like my veggies. What can I say, you guys? I'm that person. For sure, I'm that person. I love salads. I mean, I love good salads, but I also like chicken. Chicken's pretty delicious. Sorry, chicken. I know there's some of you out there that are not happy that I am eating meat, but I mean, you do you, and I'm gonna eat chicken, but not now. Right now, I'm just eating the food that chicken would eat. I mean, this sounds pretty good. It has all the things, and it's like puffed quinoa in there, and Thai sweet chili. You know, the only thing that makes me nervous, and I don't know how true this is, but you're most likely apparently to get contamination from a bagged salad. I haven't gotten sick yet. You'd think that I would know better than to, eat it, but I do not know better because here I am eating it. But I'm sure you guys, they're super convenient. I actually prefer to make my own salads, but not when it's like a cabbage base. The nice thing with the cabbage base is that it's not going to get all soggy with the dressing in it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it's making a mess. It's making a mess. Like, it's not me. It has like I've had this one before. It tastes really good. That doesn't look very appetizing, but it is. That's the dried mango flakes. These scissors that I chose are extremely dull. Okay, we've got the mango flakes. If you came for an easy recipe, this is it. See, look, it's like puffed quinoa. I'm dumping it everywhere. And there's sunflower seeds in there too. And then the Thai chili sauce. I think this one was a tiny bit spicy. I really like spice, so this might be I mean, if you've ever had Thai chili sauce, like the sweet one, it's similar to that. So if that is hot to you, then this might not be your salad. There's like I think it's a Baja salad that they also have at Costco. I don't know if Costco's, I'm sure they're not all the same actually, but that one was really good. That one I think had fake meat crumble, which I don't. I get migraines really easy, and when it's kind of products like that, I generally don't feel good, but that one I've never had a problem with. So I'm sure it's just a soy product, but somehow doesn't make me sick. So thank goodness for that. Just gonna mix this up, and maybe I was gonna say avocado, but that might be gross with the Thai chili sauce. Maybe it would be delicious. I'm not gonna find out today. This does not look so healthy. Salad, some pistachios, a baby bell, and a raspberry bubbly. Bon appetit. Set, go. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. I decided to just continue on this vlog. That was Friday, plus I needed an ending. I just stopped we went to Jubilations, which is in West Edmonton Mall. It's the dinner theater. That was for my work Christmas party. And then I didn't vlog at all yesterday. And today it's Sunday and it is beautiful outside. It is incredibly nice outside. It's funny how a couple of days makes such a huge difference. I don't know if it's the same where you guys live, where it is freezing one moment and then completely nice the next. So I'm sure that our nice is probably still freezing for some. But I'm not sure if you guys know who it is, but we have a friend of ours that's coming to do a job for us, Hans, who's going to take down one of our trees in kind of the back of our little section of, I'm showing you like you can see. Hold on, let me show you so you can see. I'm just at the kitchen window, but it's just at the back behind here. There's like a smaller tree. It's right in the way where we'll end up having like a little roadway back there to get to this pad. And right now that tree is blocking it. You can't even see the tree. Good thing I showed you. But we hired him to take it down for us. And I think he mentioned that he might take down one of the dead trees that I was worried about that's leaning towards the neighbor's property. I want to make sure that we take care of that because I would hate for one of our trees to fall into their yard, somebody get hurt, something get wrecked. I'd rather take care of it now while I have somebody that knows how to take down trees. So yeah, that's happening. When they're here, if they want to come in for tea, I made some muffins. I should have showed you guys. I'll put it, how about this? It's a oatmeal banana muffin. I'll put the recipe down below if they tasted amazing and were so, so good. I put them in silicone liners. The secret with oatmeal muffins that I found is that you don't generally want to put them in a silicone liner because it kind of almost boils it and it has that oatmeal consistency rather than cakey muffin consistency, which I mean, I prefer the cakey consistency, just in case I wasn't clear. Oh, this is my other necklace. I wore this one today, but yeah, I ended up wearing it on its own. It could be layered, but I like it just as it is. So I'm gonna get on that. Clean this up really quick. We just have some dishes that need to be finished up. And what did I say? Good morning. It's already 12:27. Crazy how fast the day's going. Anyways, and then I'll show you what's happening outside in the yard. All right, they're done. I took them out of the wrappers, the liners, and the top is pretty firm, so I just flipped it a little bit so that these can cool off in the pan. My wire racks, it looks like some of the coating came off, so it looks like it's rusting in some spots. So I'm not using that, but the pan is fine, and that looks like it's gonna be just fine. I don't know what it tastes like, but it smells pretty good. Fingers crossed. I forgot I was gonna add some chocolate chips to it, some little mini chocolate chips, but it's probably better that I didn't anyways. That's just added sugar. I'm good. Let me show you what's happening outside. Hans isn't here yet, but I think he will be here soon. Let those muffins cool off. Ooh, I wonder if I could feed the birds. It is nice. Yeah. I see a wild Alexander coming from the garage.
You say wild?
Yep.
Oh!
I'm gonna see if I can feed the birds. Hear the blue jay. Are you?
Yeah, I'm making smoke.
Yep.
They're yelling.
Chick. Hi, chickadee. The blue jay's the loudest. He's over there.
We should get the kids to come outside.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, let's see if he'll come. Right. Chickadee. Hi, chickadee. Never done it before behind my head. It's definitely one of my favorite things about the property, our home, is being able to feed the birds. And chickadees are pretty darn cute. Okay, I'll show you which tree has to go.
Gathering sticks. Well, dead tomato plants.
That hopefully will burn. Brr, it's a little chilly in the shade. None of these trees. It's this one. It's right in the middle. So that one unfortunately has to come out. Yep. But it'll make it easier access to get to everything over here. So blue jay. I saw the blue jay over here. Oh, there he is. Did you guys see him? I scared him. Yeah, he's screaming as he leaves. Ah! She saw me. That one's a downy woodpecker. I see Hans over there. You can hear them chomping up there. I'm missing all the action. Alexander making lots of smoke. I mean fire. And Hans wandering over. Abigail playing. Jason's actually out. Okay, I'm gonna see if Steven's still in the house. I might grab some gloves. It's a tiny bit chilly. Oh, he's still here. I have no clue how to take down a tree. I think right now he's got like all the lower branches taken off. I came in to try the muffin. It's people doing actual work. What am I doing? The most important job. It smells cinnamony. Hold on. Let me not eat it like I'm a snake taking down a small calf. Oh my gosh. Can you even see that? It's kind of a hearty muffin. It's not super sweet. I read in the recipe, somebody, you know, the comments underneath, somebody said there wasn't a lot of taste, so I added some vanilla. I can't remember if vanilla was in the recipe. I added vanilla, and I also added, it called for sugar and nutmeg. I added gingerbread spice, so I put that in there, and I put extra cinnamon. I might have put a little bit too much cinnamon. This would be really good with like I know you guys, there's so many of you that don't like raisins, but I think this would be good with raisins or craisins, the dried cranberries, any kind of fruit, chopped apple. I know it has banana in it, but little chunks of something would be good. I don't think it would be great with chocolate chips. So for the topping, this one has a crumble topping. I will put the recipe down below. But I only put a tiny bit of brown sugar on the top as the topping, and that was it. So it's supposed to have a crumble topping. I don't know how it is. I mean, it's probably delicious. Now, I would recommend this. It didn't go all weird. It's cakey. It said 18 to 20 minutes for where I am. 20 minutes was probably a little long. I overcooked it a little bit. Still delicious. I guess I don't know. I think I prefer it overcooked than raw, but I'd rather it just be perfect. Yeah, these are good. Alexander's trying to burn off the branches, but that's a green tree. I don't know how well that's going to go. Maybe it'll be fine. I remember, did I vlog when we cut down it was like a spruce or pine. It was some kind of coniferous tree in the back that had to be removed. That was green. I didn't realize how flammable those trees are. I mean, it's like the gasoline of trees. It was crazy. It was the biggest bonfire I've ever seen. We had it in our pit. Our like little fire, pit, right? Whatever it is. But that was intense, really fast. We had to keep a really close eye on it because then you've got pine needles or whatever needles they were floating in the air. So you don't want that. Yeah, that was surprising, but the more you know. Make sure you have a big screen or something to put on top of that if you guys ever have to burn pine or spruce. Yeah, it was crazy. Jason and Abigail are outside playing. Smell the fire. It smells like garbage, not wood. It's probably those. What did he put in there? Dry tomato things. Yeah, that wouldn't smell good burning. I don't know. If you like not having a sweet muffin, those are for you. I mean, there's sugar in there. It's only a half a cup. I put brown sugar rather than white sugar. It adds more flavor, I feel, but if you don't really want to tweak, usually you should follow a recipe like word for word and then tweak it after so that you know what the base is. But no, not me. I go right in and tweak it right from the get-go. And I am not a great baker, so I should just follow the instructions the first time around. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. The birds, since I dumped the seed, are going crazy. Yep. They're so happy. I didn't think I would be a bird person. I don't know why not. I don't know why it took me till like in my 40s to appreciate birds. Sorry, Chewy. So we ended up having to get our door down in our main level replaced because it was all warped. Now we're just waiting for the painters. But do you guys want to see the difference in it looks like a contractor door. Like it looks like it's rough. It just needs paint. Plus there's fingerprints and stuff. That'll all be gone soon. I'm just glad that the door's not warped and the lock works. So it was very much unnerving if you have to use the washroom and somebody could walk in. Usually people don't when they see a door closed, but yeah, Okay, let me show you. There's me still in my coat. But they put in a new door. They also put in a new, I don't know what this part's called, you know, this part. And yeah, that's all fixed up. They'll obviously fill all the little nail holes. The casing was all put back in. But one thing that I forgot, oh right. This casing was off when they were doing the door before. Let me see if I can find an example for what the paint, oh, I don't think I do have. No. When the casing around the door was removed, I could see what the old paint color was, that it almost was. You know what, it's funny, it was pink. It was like pink, like weird pink, not my cup of tea pink. I'm sure there's some people that love that and have somehow pulled it off and made it look amazing. I'm always amazed when somebody's like, no, you just didn't see the vision, and then they show me their place or somewhere that they've done and it looks wonderful. But not for me. This is not for me. So I looked at our initial little swatch that we'd picked, and even holding it up, it does not. One looks like kind of a cream, and the other one looks pink. So you got to be careful if you're choosing a wall color, especially if you're paying somebody to do your whole house in it. See if they'll do a swatch or give you a sample, you know, the little tiny cans to be able to see what it looks like in your space. And even like in here, we went with agreeable gray. And in some spots, it kind of looks sagey green. Some spots it looks more blue. Some spots it looks most definitely on the camera. This looks more gray. So literally in every room, I don't know if you can see that, like by the door, it looks more, no, it looks gray on camera. It looks more beige in real life. So every room kind of looks a little different depending on how the light hits. Yeah, that's probably the only reason. Like I'm looking at it and this living room wall, I wonder if it'll show up on camera compared to the kitchen wall. I think you can see it. This looks more beige than this, which looks more gray. And it's just way warmer in here. It almost looks like two completely different colors of paint. And it's just how the light's hitting it. All right, I'm gonna finish off this vlog, I think. I do have a question for you guys though. All my internet experts, and there are a lot of you, and I am so appreciative for your knowledge because I am still learning. I guess we're all still learning, but I know one of you is gonna know. I'm having trouble with the plants in the house, and I don't know if it's the water, which I'm sending to get tested because, you know, that's important since we also drink it. But I mean, let me show you the problem. I don't know if I've shown you this before. I should be embarrassed, but I'm not embarrassed. I just want to save what I can. My peace lily is doing pretty good. It needs water. You know, this is like, peace lilies are funny. Like it'll look fine. Everything's, this is the same peace lily I almost killed. Because I put it out in full sun, not realizing. So I still have some burnt leaves, but most of them, oh yeah, you can tell they're already starting to lay down. If I left this spot until tonight, this would be completely laying down because it's thirsty. So that's handy. My other plants are doing fine. I mean, the orchid, this one, it's flowered a couple of times, but this leaf, it's always been crumpled like that. This ivy is doing okay. There have been some the dry leaves are the same color as the live leaves. So I actually have to touch that one. This one, I already know what I did to it. This is the plant in question. It's a Dracaena, or however you say it. And it flowered. And then once it flowered, this started happening. No matter what we supplemented the soil with, it just, oh, it's so frustrating to me. This is such a beautiful plant. I'm gonna see about the light requirements. Like this was doing good for the first couple of months. I mean, from like say May until November. Perfectly fine, super healthy, maybe even December. But I'm wondering if it might be because it's right beside a heat vent. The light requirements, obviously these might have a huge reason for why this looks like this. But then I also have over here, oh, why did I walk so far? This plant, I can't remember what this is called. It's some kind of, but this one also is not having good, even when they open. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. I got a new leaf. I can cut back one of the dead ones, but when they open, it'll do this even. Like it gets stuck at that point. So this plant, I don't know if it's too far gone. I don't see any spider mites on it or some of my plants are just dormant. Like spider plants, they do really well. I have some brown tips on it, but I know better. I really love it there, but I know you're not supposed to have it in direct sun like that. It seems to be like, I just watered it and gave it some, somebody had said that you can use the water that you rinse off of rice and give it to your plants. Well, I did that. It turned way greener, which doesn't make sense with rice water. I'm guessing it has to do with just the water part. But it's all standing up. It's like growing. It was happy with whatever happened to it. So yeah, it's just bizarre. That one, wait, where is it? It's over there. Oh, that one is so frustrating because I love that plant. It's just as soon as it flowered, it never had flowered before. As soon as it flowered, that was it. Then it started dying. Yeah, I've looked up so many different ways to fix it, and maybe it's just because it's a tropical plant and I'm trying to have it live in a climate that is very cold for most of the year. I mean, it's not cold in my house, but yeah. All right, you guys, I ended it on such a slow note. Hopefully I can vlog a little bit more this week. I just started doing painting lessons. She's not available this week. It's with watercolor pencil, but I never have taken a course or anything like that ever for myself, ever. It's always been for my job or never something that I just really wanted to learn. Super, super nice lady, like very caring, and yeah, I feel lucky. Even if she does kind of more realistic art, and I can barely draw. So there's that. And she's so patient. Like, she's so supportive and patient. But I have eyeballs. I can see what I'm creating here. But I have to start somewhere. You have to start by not doing a great job, but start and just keep going and not give up. I give up. I won't give up when it comes to other people, but I for sure give up on myself. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. It sounds depressing when I say it out loud, but the truth is that normally when I'd be drawing something, I'd be like, yeah, this is terrible. And I would just give up on it and then walk away and go do something else. But taking a class, you're forced to continue. Like, you need to keep going. Yes, you just drew something terrible. And the next day you might draw something terrible again, but maybe tiny bit better, or you learned something. But if I just keep giving up, how am I going to expect to have any kind of steps forward? There can't be. I'll always be at that same point, not ever taking a step forward, because I'm still at that first step. So I'm doing it for myself. Even my goal isn't to be some great artist. It's just to, not give up. That's really the goal, is to not give up, to be able to know that I can do hard things. I say that to my preschoolers, so it's weird to say it out loud. I can do hard things, but I just need to have a goal and actually go for it, even if it's really hard and frustrating and a little bit discouraging. Like, something that it makes me happy that I'm doing it. It does not make me happy when I just can't. I am terrible at it right now, but I'm okay with that, because I know you have to be terrible to be able to get better. Oh, I could go on forever. Those of you that have sat through this whole vlog, you're like, yes, you could. I appreciate every single one of you so very much. Once again, if you do get a chance, go and check out analuisa.com. Use the code MelissaArchibald20 for 20% off. I'll have the link here, also down in the description. And go and check out their pieces. They're amazing. It's a company that's actually trying to reduce their footprint. They're water and carbon neutral right now, so that's great. I love when people and companies, they actually kind of work towards reducing their footprint, but also producing something amazing. So if you get a chance, check it out. Save yourself some money, especially if you need a gift for yourself or somebody else. What better time? And if you get one, let me know down below. I love seeing people's pieces and seeing what they picked out for themselves. And so far the comments have been positive as well. The pieces that people have bought, they love as well. So it's not just me, which is good. Take care, everybody. I appreciate you all so very much. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye, everyone.